dream just a dream, or can it be reality? People kind of undermine you when you're younger and you're doing things, like you don't really get that respect. Am I willing to start over? Do I have to start over? And I set myself up in a way where I don't have to start over. I just wanted to go on a walk, for real. Just a walk, me, myself, and I. Day one. Can you really call it day one? This is like day zero. This kind of like the campaign of the video game where you're trying to learn how everything go. I just kind of settled in. Everything going smooth. I met the host of the crib. He cool. His girl cool. Can't lie, I'm a little stressed. Just over some other things. When people do things and you just gotta try to not take it personal and just let them do them and let them be happy. I feel like when you want things to go a certain way and they don't go the way you expect them to go, you start to question things a little bit. But you always gotta remind yourself, hey, that person isn't doing that thing to hurt you or to make you feel some type of way. They're not purposely doing this thing. It's just maybe they're doing that thing because they've been wanting to do that thing and the opportunity finally presented itself. That makes it sound crazier than it is, honestly. But I'm walking around. I don't got no phone or nothing, just my tripod. But I just needed to go on a little walk. I feel like a good walk will clear your mind, you know what I'm saying? Tonight, I just want to take it easy. It's like I kind of want to go out, see the scene, but I know my spirit is telling me to just be still and just chill out. What I'm going to do is go back to the crib, finish eating my fruits, write some songs, keep it calm, you feel me? Tomorrow, I got this class at 11. I actually booked my Airbnb for today and tomorrow because they didn't have any spots. That was like the nicest looking spot I could snag up. As far as my stay for tomorrow, I might rock it at a hotel or I might get a crib for the night, we'll see. Or I could live out of the car. That'd be smooth. I've done it before. Life has been real weird lately. It's like there's so much going on, but at the same time I feel like there's nothing going on. I honestly don't know what I want to do with my life. And I'm beginning to feel more and more okay with that and just trusting the process. There's so many things I can do, so many things I want to do, but the worst thing you can have is shiny object syndrome, where you take your eyes off of your purpose and your mission and the current thing you're working at. I think about like all my creative ventures, like dang, are those all just shiny objects here to distract me from my purpose? Or are these legitimate things I can pursue and see something come out of it? I know I like to create. Building a business has been part of that creation. Music is part of that creation. Seeing the world and experiencing everything that the world has to offer is part of that creation. So I'm trying to figure out a way to do everything and have it all. I'm like struggling to see how I can do that. But I also think that documenting my journey of trying to figure that out is like the first step towards that. Because the goal is to maybe one day be able to fully sustain myself off of just creating. So get my business to a point where I don't have to work to see the same amount of money I'm seeing now. I don't have to physically trade my time for it. Get my music to that level as well, and my personal brand. My business is good. Could be better. I'm kind of scared. Not really scared, but like my price raise, I've really just been debating with myself like, dang, do I really deserve it? Part of me is like, yeah. Part of me is like, no. So yeah, at first I was saying November 1st, but that's too far away. August and September to really set myself up so that when October comes, I can just let it rock. When I say let it rock, I mean like, why wait, when I can take the risk now and then figure it out later. My fear is that I'll increase my prices, and then the amount of clients who won't come to me will be detrimental to my business. But at the same time, I know that all the work I've been putting in has set me up for this price raise, all the education I've invested in, all the marketing we've done, all those things. I'm really trying to see a breakthrough this year, or at the latest next year. And then I got my music. I'm definitely trying to see a breakthrough next year. But it's like, if I pour resources and time into the music, there'll be less to pour into the business, which is like, is the business gonna suffer because of this? But I know deep down, creating is what I want to do. And I know that I'm gonna have to make some type of sacrifice. Or can I do it all? Which is a cause for the studio at my work studio. So mixing the music and the hair. That way, since I won't be seeing as many clients, I can work on the music while I'm there, because I'll have my schedule more widely available now, because it won't be fully booked out all the time. So I want to maximize my bookings by just having more available time. So I'll probably be in the studio from like 7 to 10 p.m. just to make sure that I'm there all day to capture any source of revenue that comes through. So these are like all the things I've been thinking about, and now saying it out loud is just telling me more like, yo, it is the time. My spirit told me too, like, yo, October 1st. So I gotta prep myself for that. I also gotta prep myself for announcing Noel to the page. I was gonna wait till September 1st, but again, it's like, why wait? Everything is in place, so instead of waiting till September to start promoting, now is the time to start promoting, so that by the time September comes through, he can have a price raise as well. That way, we're keeping things rolling, So that's kind of where my mind is at: music, hair, and then documenting everything along the way. Also trying to figure out a way to mix the two. Personal branding is everything now, and I'm like, dang, how am I gonna intertwine the two without my business suffering? Like, I want to show a lot more of my personal life on my business page, but I kind of have this need to present myself as professional, because I had the belief that because I'm a young entrepreneur, right, and I'm doing what I do, I wouldn't really receive the respect from the world if I didn't conduct myself a certain way. So even the way I used to dress was because of that. But then it turned into like, I just like to look good. I like to look professional. I like to look clean. But in a way, I censored a lot of myself. You want to be professional, and you do want to make sure you don't scare people away in a way. Or no, not that scare people away, but like people kind of undermine you or act condescending towards you when you're younger and you're doing things, like you don't really get that respect. And I know my young business owners out there will relate to what I'm saying, because I know I'm not the only one that has went through this. But like, most people don't know my age. They think I'm a lot older, and when I tell them my age, they're like, oh, huh. And then it's interesting. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to infuse more of me into my business page, even without hurting my brand. But it's like, can you hurt your brand really? Or will it only enhance your brand because people get to know more of you? My clients, they come, and then once they get to know me more, they're like, dang, I kind of like this guy. So it's interesting to see. It's like so many things I want to do, and it's like, how do I do it? I have a lot of dreams, and I don't plan on keeping them just his dreams. I want them to be reality one day. I want to move to Spain. I will move to Spain. You know, it's like, how do I make it happen? What happens if I leave everything behind? I don't know. Just thoughts like that. Am I willing to start over? Do I have to start over? Can I set myself up in a way where I don't have to start over? Is this dream just a dream? Or can it be reality? But I know everything is possible. Anything is possible. You just gotta make it happen. It ain't no complaints, no excuses, nothing. Just gotta make it happen. The fact that I'm in Nevada right now, like what? What am I doing here? I'm really in a different state right now, bro. I'm gonna check this off the list. I'm just looking at this tree like, wow, we don't got those back home. I really just made it to Nevada. That's crazy in and of itself. Spain is just the same way. And you ask me why Spain? Because they have siestas midway through the day, bro. They stop, go home, sleep, eat, chill with their fam, then go back to work. That's literally what I do now. And also it's in Europe. So that means the same way I was able to just fly over to Nevada, I could fly over to the UK. I could fly over to Russia, Poland, China. I mean, China's a little bit further, but you get the point. It's right there, and it's cheap. It's cheap. It's easy. I could take a train ride and be in a whole different culture. And I love experiencing new things, people, music, food, everything, culture. I love trying new things. And I think that's the easiest way for me to do that. Because in America, the culture is pretty much similar, but in Europe, it's so diverse. But I say Europe is like completely, every single little thing is different. And that's what I like. That's what entices me about it. This is a documentary of how I made it happen. Because it's just a matter of time. That's kind of like where my head is at. That's like a 3 to 5 year plan. Like, I need to give myself a 3 to 5 year, all right, this is the deadline. And regardless of where you're at, this is where you're going. And you're making it happen. So definitely want to do it before I have my first kid, you know. Even if it's only for like 5, 10 years, maybe even more, I don't know. I need to move there and experience life over there. This little conversation just kind of jumped all over the place. That's the whole point of these videos, just to document my thoughts. If nobody ever watches them, that's fine, because it's just for me to look back on. But the thing about life, the funny thing is that when you do something consistently, it can't go unnoticed. Effort never goes unnoticed. And I know that in due time, in 3 to 5 years, this YouTube channel, right, will turn into something that can fund a lot of my creative ventures and can inspire millions to go and create a life for themselves that they want to live. Because I know for me, I wake up every day to create a life I want to live. I can't complain about the life I have when I have the power to change it. That's just how I see life. It's like, it's no complaint. It's like sometimes I understand why people don't start businesses, why they stick to their 9 to 5s, because it's not easy. It's all on you. And if you don't do nothing, it all falls down. I understand. But it's like freedom, bro. That's all I want. I want to be free. I don't ever want to answer to anybody but God. I want to be free. I want to create a life for myself that I love. Just like God created this earth, I want to create my world for myself and the people I love. Back at the crib, I'ma catch y'all when I catch y'all. Thank you for listening to me talk.
You said that we need some space. I said we should fly away. You said that we need some space.